Can't stop masturbating? Here's why and what to do about it. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh, Cognitive Neuroscientist and Sex Addiction Recovery Coach. Let's break this down together. Number one, let's discuss why you masturbate. Number two, how do you masturbate? And number three, what can you do instead? Let's start with number one, why. So there's a why behind your masturbation habit. So if the why is that you're using masturbation to relax and to de-stress, to fill a void of a sexual urge, so you just get the compulsion or the feeling that you want to masturbate, you are using masturbation as mood regulation to make you feel better. And if you've developed a compulsive masturbation habit, it may have become the tool, the only tool, unfortunately, in your toolbox to offset stress and to help you relax, maybe fall asleep, maybe take the edge off the day, or just to fill the void of boredom. So the why behind masturbation is important because you're using it as a tool for the wrong thing. And when we get to the what can you do instead, we're going to put more tools in your toolbox. Okay, so number two, how do you masturbate? I know what you're thinking already, and that's not what I mean. What I mean is, where are you going during masturbation to create that arousal? So likely you're going to fantasy, likely you're going to a mental recall of the porn images that you've seen before, perhaps an ex-girlfriend or lover who was willing to do some funky and kinky things that you want to experience that arousal again. Your brain might be going to fantasy. This is very important because if you're in fantasy while you masturbate, and if it's born out of a porn habit, it is likely a compulsive masturbation habit that is like a porn habit minus the porn. So many people that I talk to say, I've been able to stop going into the screen. I haven't watched porn in a year, but now masturbation, I'm having more difficulty getting rid of that habit. That's because the porn images are internalized. That's what makes porn addiction so much more challenging than an alcohol addiction or a drug addiction, at least in my opinion. Because the people that I talk with, they say, man, I wish if I had a drug addiction, you could put me in a room for 30 days and I'll come out cleaner than when I went in because I wouldn't have been able to get my fix. But if you put me in a room for 30 days, I can get my fix all day long by myself. And that's the problem. So if you're going to fantasy, if you have euphoric recall of porn images, you need to stop doing that because you're firing up the old neural pathways of hypersexuality, making it almost impossible for you to create these new neural pathways of healthy sexuality, which is a beautiful transition to number three. What do you do instead? Well, if you happen to be the rare person in the world and on this channel who has found a way to create a healthy masturbation habit, then you can continue with your healthy masturbation habit. And what that is, it's feeling the feelings in your body and connecting kind of at a self-spiritual level to having an experience where you feel good, but you're present. And this is what we want you to accomplish while you're having great sex with your honey in the real world. So if you're able to do that in your body without going to fantasy, without heightening that arousal level to up here where you're getting that dopamine deluge that unfortunately is frying out your brain, it's desensitizing the reward center and it's knocking your frontal lobe offline if you get that heightened level of arousal and stimulation, either mental from fantasy or physical from incredible masturbation stimulation that you can do yourself through masturbation that you can't get with a partner. So you're still wounding your brain in that sensitivity, which causes erectile dysfunction. And another why for so many people is they'll masturbate before they plan on being with a partner because they can't get there without that heightened stimulation. If that's you, you really need to back out the masturbation habit, which leads us to the second part of what can you do instead. What to do instead is to develop a healthy relationship with sex where you're using it for connectivity, not for this high level intensity where your brain gets all this dopamine. Instead, you're using it for the perfect neurochemical cocktail of dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, which connects you to your partner. Doesn't mean you can't get it on. Absolutely, you can get it on. You're just doing it in a relational way with somebody else. You're coupling your brain neurologically to sex with a partner, not sex by yourself at these heightened levels of arousal. So, back out that masturbation habit. Absolutely stay out of the screen. Get your head out of fantasy and back in the real world and go enjoy sex with a partner. Now, listen, no partner, no problem for right now. I know that you may want to continue to masturbate, but if you keep using hypersexual neural pathways, it will be much more difficult for you to calm your brain down, get it into that middle zone of electrical energy, which creates the perfect neurochemical cocktail that helps you attract a healthy partner. So if you stay in masturbation, you're repelling a partner because you're using the wrong brain pattern. So you have to leave masturbation behind and start building intimacy in the real world with potential partners that are like-minded and that you can connect with in a whole person way. So sign up for those online chess sessions that you've been dying to sign up for. Start connecting. Okay, I hope this helps you out. And if you're looking for more help on your journey, please go over to drtrishleigh.com. I have programs of different shapes and sizes, digital programs. There's affordable ones there for you so that we can help you out. And as always, control your brain or it'll control you.